Hi again. I sometimes on Facebook see people posting in greyhound groups to say they're going to get their new dog very soon, and has anybody got any advice for that first day taking them home? So I thought that might be something that would be useful to talk about in a video. So if you're going to be bringing your greyhound home, then there's quite a bit of advanced preparation that you can do to get everything ready. They're unlikely to be used to household appliances, so if you're going to need to do some washing or vacuuming or anything like that, I'd get that done in advance rather than plan to do that once they've arrived. And you'll also need to set out the things you've got ready for them. So if you've got laminate floors, you might be putting down some rugs or runners. You're going to be putting out their bed, setting up the water bowl, making sure you've got some toys, buying an ID tag if you haven't already got one, getting a few toys. I normally suggest that toys aren't squeaky in the first instance because that can be a bit too exciting, and we would rather that they were calm to begin with. And some basic treats for them as well, things like gravy bones or marrowbone rolls, something fairly plain again that's not too exciting because they might not be used to having particularly high value treats before they come to you. So these are all things you can do to get set up. If you're going to want the dog to stay in certain parts of the house, you might need to set up a baby gate if you've got one, or if you intend to crate train the dog, then to be setting that up as well before they come home. So when they first arrive, the house is already ready and organised for them, and you don't need to dash around getting any of these things done. So when it's time to go and collect your hound, think about how they're going to travel. You might all like to go as a family to pick them up, but will you fit in the car on the way home if you do that? Especially if you're going to have a dog, perhaps some equipment you're buying, and maybe a bag of food to fit in as well. If the dog's travelling on the back seat, they're going to need a harness and a strap to connect them to the seatbelt clip. So that's something that you need to organise or arrange to buy from the trust on that day. And they'll show you how to get the dog in the car and to get the dog safely out of the car when you arrive back at your house. It's a good idea to go straight home rather than be tempted to go and pay a visit to some friends or pop to the shops on the way. We want to make this a short journey and give the dog as much time as possible to settle in on that day. So when you arrive and you've parked up, you can get the dog out, and I would always suggest that you go for a short walk to start with, giving them an opportunity to toilet and to orientate themselves before you take them into the house. Go straight through into the garden and give them a chance to have a look round there, to sniff round. Keep them on the lead to begin with and just let them wander where they like, following them as they go. So now it's time to go indoors. Again, leave the collar and lead on, gently take them inside and show them all around the downstairs of the house. Show them where the water bowl is, show them where their bed is, and when you feel they've seen everything, you could take the collar and lead off and let them explore on their own.
Good boy. There you go.
Now's the time to sit quietly, maybe have a cup of tea, and give them an opportunity to just find out about the house on their own. They'll come to you when they're ready, so just sitting quietly, maybe read a book. You can start toilet training the dog immediately, and it's always helpful if it's a nice day because they may not be so keen to go outside if it's raining, of course. But if you can leave the door open and let them wander in and out, as soon as you see them heading for the door, follow them out, and if they toilet, offer them a treat, praise them, tell them they've been good. You can start to introduce a word that you want to use for meaning that they're going to toilet, so they can begin to learn that. So your dog probably will have been fed breakfast at the kennels, maybe 8:30 in the morning, and they'll be ready for another meal mid-afternoon. At the kennels, typically it would be 3:30 or 4 o'clock that they'd be fed that second meal. So if you can stick to that time, that's great. If it needs to be slightly different, it will be fine. And then when they've had their dinner, letting them toilet in the garden, and then they'll probably want to settle down for a snooze before their evening walk. And that's your first day, and we'll be back another time to talk about the first week and starting to settle them in further. Bye for now.